Yes. You can go ahead and start reading.
Yes. So the latest comment is from Manitya Mahajanananda has posted Swamiji, and the previous comment before that is from Crystal's TV has posted M, and the comment before that is also from Crystal's TV. Um, the comment says Nithyanandam and a Namaste emoji, and there is another comment from Manitya Mahajanananda has posted Nithyanandam with an exclamatory mark.
So beautiful. As all of you saw, Ma Kaladra was able to read the comments exactly on spot, and how she was able to read it rapid fire. Okay, ma'am, Maniti Mahajanananda has posted this. Crystal CV has posted this. How she was able to continue reading it so fluently. So I request all of you to continue posting your comments in the Kailasa's HDH Nithyananda YouTube channel. Continue posting. You can post anything you want: numbers, letters, emojis, shapes, pictures, anything you want, and words, sentences, anything. And Ma Kaladhara will be reading it out. You can even post medical terms and scientific terms so that Ma Kaladhara can read it out, which even makes it more foolproof. Because she's only a 15-year-old, she won't know all the medical terms and scientific terms. So if you post those, Ma Kaladhara will be able to read through her child.
Another comment has come from Manitya Mahajanananda. She has posted wow with a yellow color emoji, with wow emoji, which the eyes are in circle, small circle, and the mouth is O. And then Ananda Parameshwari Ma has posted 40,075 km CIRCUMFERENCE of Earth, and she has posted a Earth emoji which has 2 spots of green and the rest is blue.
Beautiful. How Ma Kaladhara was even able to describe the colors of the emoji and how many green spots of land is there in the earth emoji. How she was able to read out the number. So thank you, Ma Ananda Parameshwari, for posting something quite interesting. Yes, I request all of you to continue posting. You can post anything you want, and Ma Kaladhara will be reading it out live. Okay, and now due to the interest of time, we'll be moving on to the next power, which is the power of body scanning. So now I'm going to be removing the eye band of Ma Kaladhara. You can see how it is completely intact. Yes, and that was an extraordinary demonstration of the power of third eye. Amazing. And before we move on, why don't you go ahead and share your experience of how you are able to see with your eyes closed? As it is not something normal which any kid around the world can do. How are you able to manifest these powers, and how do you feel of being able to read with your eyes blindfolded?
So when I manifest the power of third eye, I am able to see everything as how I see with my 2 eyes. And when when I'm able to see the comments or whatever is being shown in front of me for me to see through my third eye, I don't feel anything. I just whatever I see, I tell, and it is what is the actual thing.
Beautiful. So how do you feel being such a blessed kid, being able to manifest the power of third eye? So many kids are out there. They only see in the comic books and movies, and it's just their dreams. Oh, it's just a dream that they want to manifest. But now your dream is coming true. You're able to see with your eyes blindfolded. You're able to move matter with your consciousness. You're able to scan another person's body and reveal what is the problem. How do you feel?
Wow.
That's all?
Yeah.
Okay, that is amazing. So Ma Kaladhara told that she just feels like, wow, like she's able to manifest such an amazing power, which is in the dreams of other kids. So I request all of you to go ahead, call your family members, friends, call everyone you want. Show them that this is not a possible, this is not what they're just going to be seeing. They can manifest the power themselves. Tell them that it is a possibility for them also to manifest these extraordinary Shaktis. So now we'll be moving on to the next power after a short break. Yes, in this power of body scanning, one awakens the ability to scan illnesses, diseases, medically diagnosed issues, and provide solutions through the awakened third eye. So let us see the Shastra Pramana for the power of body scanning. Swadehe jagato vapi sukshma sukshmatarani cha tattvani yani nilayam dhyatvante vyajyate para. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, cognize deeply that from the subtle to the subtlest constitutive principles of your whole body, Swadeha, or of the whole universe, simultaneously consist of the essential reality. They are being absorbed in the source cause, Paramashiva, and by the experience of such restful awareness, one becomes complete from all the thoughts, and the ultimate universal divine power, Paradevi, Adi Shakti, is revealed, and the supreme power manifestation happens. Next is the Apta Pramana from the life of a Siddha named Teriyar. Teriyar was a prominent disciple of Agastya, and one day a man suffering from a severe headache comes to Agatyar for healing, and Agatyar uses the power of body scanning and identifies the root cause of the headache. He reveals that there is a small terai, a type of frog, sitting in the person's brain, and Agatyar immediately instructs Teriyar, his disciple, to perform an open head surgery and remove the frog. After the surgery is completed successfully, the person is healed and cured of the headache. Thus, he gained the name Teriyar. Next is the Atma Pramana from the life of Swamiji himself. On the 22nd of December 2019, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism reveals how he used the power of body scanning. Paraphrasing his words, only when I had a multiple compound hand fracture was I forced to go for surgery and therefore for medical checkups related to that. At that time, they detected heavy metal quantity in my different organs, and it was revealed that I had been poisoned without our knowledge. I immediately used diagnostic methods instead of medical facilities to study the body condition due to the poisoning. Through body scanning, I found out what the problems and imbalances had happened and where the balance had to be done. I used allopathy as a second opinion to verify my findings. Last is the Pratyaksha Pramana, the Sakshi Pramana. You can see how so many disciples and devotees all across the globe, the Paramashivoham participants, were able to manifest the power of third eye and have even shared their experience. So let us now witness the live demonstration. I request all of you to go ahead and start posting your comments in the Kailasa's SPH Nithyananda YouTube channel. You can post anything you want. You can post a request for a body scanning for yourself. You can call your family members and friends and request for a body scanning for them also if they give their permission, as it is our integrity to have their permission before doing the body scanning for them. So I request all of you to post the comments in the Kailasa's SPH YouTube channel. Yes, so you can see Ma Ananda Parameshwari, Ma Mahajanananda, Ma Shanti Rajmanikam. I request all of you to go ahead, call your family members, friends, and if you want a body scanning, to post a request for yourself. So all of you can go ahead and start posting your comments and requests in the live Kailasa's SPH Nithyananda YouTube chat. All of you can go ahead, call your family members, friends, anyone you want, and post a comment. And the Balasans and the Nityananda Yogis. So along with me, I have Manitya Brahma Yogananda, Ma Soni, Manitya Mahavidyananda, who will be manifesting the power of body scanning for all of you today. So I request all of you to post, as the Balasans and the Nityananda Yogis are eagerly waiting to manifest the power of body scanning for all of you. Yes. So I request all of you to continue posting your comments and requests. Meanwhile, I request the Balasans and the Nityananda Yogis to go ahead and share how you manifest this power of body scanning, and share personally how do you feel. Like, this is not a power which anybody can do around the world, any kid can do. You have seen all these external powers in comic books, in movies, in TV shows, and all that, in fairy tales, in Disney movies, and all that. So it's every child's dream. But how do you feel being able to fulfill that dream and being able to manifest these external powers? Why don't you go ahead and share?
Yes, so yes, actually, before I joined the Nithyananda Gurukul and before I started manifesting powers, I used to watch a lot of Disney movies and read a lot of books. And I always used to look at all the characters in the movies and all the superheroes and all of them. And I used to think how good would it be if I could manifest power, if I could do like um, become do superpowers like them, and like just like being able to see through stuff and understand what another person is thinking, or lifting an object and like throwing it somewhere without my hand touching it. I used to just like wonder how good would it be. And then after I came to know of the Nithyananda Gurukul, and when I joined the Nithyananda Gurukul, I was so amazed to see that everything which I dreamed of and everything which I read about and watched can actually come true over here, and I can actually manifest it. And I don't need to do any hard work, or I don't need to really do anything. All I have to do is ask Swamiji to manifest the powers through me and completely surrender to him. Tell him that please manifest this power of body scanning or levitation or consciousness or matter. I just have to ask him to manifest the power through me, and it will start manifesting in less than I'm just matter of few seconds. It will start manifesting. So I personally am really amazed by these powers, and I'm really I feel really happy and blessed that I'm able to manifest all these powers, and I'm able to show to the world what Swamiji can actually do.
Yes, that was beautiful. That was a beautiful sharing of how you felt that you needed, that you will not ever be able to manifest these powers, but you, after coming to the Nithyananda Gurukul, you are able to manifest these extraordinary Shaktis and even demonstrate it to the world and show that it is a possibility for all of you also to manifest. So I request all of you to continue posting your comments and requests in the Kailasa's SPH Nithyananda YouTube channel. Anyone can go ahead and post all your body scanning requests, and the Balasants and the Nithyananda Yogis are eagerly waiting. Yes, so Ma Mahajalandhara Nithyananda has posted, nothing to request today, Ma. I have started to brush my teeth with Haritaki as shared yesterday. Yes, Ma. So why don't you go ahead and share with all of us? Have you started to see any difference in your gums? Have you started to see any difference after the body scanning? Have you felt different after the body scanning? Why don't you go ahead and share with all of us?
And I also wanted to remind Nithyanandam. So I also wanted to remind Ma Jalandhara Sthitananda Along with Haritakima, remember to have clubs in your between your teeth and just chew on them so the juices is flowing around your gums.
Yes. So, and all of you can go ahead and post anything you want. You can post for the body scanning request. You can post even for your family members and friends. Just get their permission, and the Balasants and the Nithyananda Yogis will immediately do the scanning and will immediately reveal the solution to you.
And just as Ma Jalandhara Nithyananda is telling us how it has been for her with following Paramashiva's revelations and solutions, to all the other viewers also, if you are with us and you've watched us and you have had a body scanning with any of the Nithyananda Yogis or Balasants, you can also share of how the revelation has been relating to you and how it has been working out for you. And of course, we are here to take your requests.
Yes, that is beautiful. Ma Jalandhara Nithyananda has posted the gloves. Yes, I do remember. Didn't forget, but have not started it. Okay, Ma. Just follow what Paramashiva has revealed. You will be completely healed. Yes. So, due to the interest of time, we'll now be concluding this power manifestation segment. We thank all of you for joining with us in this power manifestation segment, and we do encourage all of you to come back tomorrow, and you can join us every day at 4 a.m. IST and 2 a.m. IST and 4 p.m. IST, and you can get a body scanning for any one of your family members and friends every day. Ma Mahajalandhara Nithyananda has posted. So I have not noticed any visible changes yet, but I have had the clear cognitive understanding that if Paramashiva has started healing me, then it is happening. I simply accept the truth as it is. Simple. Yes, amazing, Ma. Just hold that cognition and you will be completely healed of your problem. And with this, we would like to conclude this power manifestation segment. Please stay tuned for the upcoming segments where you will be learning about who is Devi Parashakti and what are the Akashic readings. Thank you, Nithyananda.
Nithyananda. Welcome back to all of the viewers. As we are concluding this segment of today's program and going on to the next segment, we will be understanding the cosmic principles of Devi Parashakti. So we'll now be beginning the next segment of today's program, understanding the cosmic principles of Devi Parashakti, and ultimately let us be introduced to who Devi Parashakti is and her divine feminine consciousness embodied in the form. First, we'll be chanting a few of the Dhyana Shlokas. Dhyana Shlokas mean when the Vedic rishis had literally envisioned Devi Parashakti in her purest, most beautiful form. In that time, they had literally described how she was, what was she holding, how many hands she was, the beauty of and her valor. In these ways, they just chanted it, and it was preserved, noted down forever. So these are what we're going to be chanting first.
So the Lalita Sahasranama, it says, Sinduraruna Vigraham Trinayana Manikya Mauli Spurat Taranayaka Shekaram Smitamuki Mapina Vakshoruham Panibhya Malipurna Ratna Chasakam Raktotphalam Vibhratim Saumyam Ratna Gatastha Rakta Charanam Vyayet Paramambikam.
And the English translation, the Divine Mother is to be meditated upon as shining in vermilion, Red body with triple eyes, sporting a crown of rubies, studded with the crescent moon, a face all smiles and a splendid buzz, one hand holding the jewel cup brimming with mead, and the other twirling the red lotus.
Yes, we have another Dhyana Shloka from the Lalita Sahasranama. Arunam Karuna Darangitakshim Dhrutapashankusha Pushpabana Chapam Animadi Viravrutam Mayukairahamityeva Vibhavaye Bhavanim.
I meditate on the great empress. She is red in color and her eyes are full of compassion. She holds the noose, the goad, the bow, and the flowery arrow in her hands. She is surrounded on all sides by a power such as animal race, and she is the self within me.
Yes. So Devi, the ultimate pure feminine consciousness, Parashakti, is the cosmic mother. It is her cosmic womb from which billions and billions of universes comes out and goes in. The source where the Big Bang and black holes go on. Parashakti is the source Shakti, source energy, the source power from which all of us came, in which all of us are even now, and in which all of us are going to merge.
Out of her extreme love and compassion, Parashakti herself is manifesting through the form as the Nijavatara of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. And she is gracing us, answering all of our questions, attending to our prayers, giving boons, healing us, revealing our past, present, and future, and delivering profound spiritual truths, and ultimately the experience of Paramashivoham itself.
So in the words of Parashakti, she says, raising as Omkara, expressing as Vedas and Agamas, blossomed as Premkara, filled as Parashodasi, living in 40 triangles, the Kailasa Swamini, who is in Kailasa Shripura Chintamani, Parashodasi, sitting as a part of Paramashiva, Parameshwari, who rules the world, Paramashakti, Manurmani, Meenakshi, as Nithyananda, I took the Nija Avatara here. To give good boon to everyone, to bestow all goodness. Hiranyagarbha Swarupini, Brahmanda Yoni, Shami, Chandramauli, Rapala, Aparna, Uma Parvati, Savitri, Navayabbana, Samraja Lakshmi, Parameshwari, Parashodasi, Meenakshi. Taking the form of Nithyananda, I came here as Nijavatara. With great compassion, I am blessing. Listen, people, to do good to all of you, I took the form of Nithyananda and came down as Nijavatara.
Devi Parashakti continues, raising in Omkara, blossoming as Shiva, Shiva manifesting as the source of existence, powers of existence, expression of existence. From the oneness of Om, blossoming into two as Prakriti and Purusha, blossoming as three Shaktis, Icha, Kriya, Jnana, Shakti, and growing as the four Vedas, expanding as 5 Panchabhutas, beyond the 6 chakras, filled as the Gotras of 7 Rishis, expanding as 8 directions, existing as 9 Grahas, blossoming as 2 into 10 Indriyas, and being as 11 Rudras, creating all the worlds, bringing life, and to tell and make truth blossom, and to do good, Parashodasi, Meenakshi, in the form of Nithyananda, I came to bless every one of you.
So let us now see how to receive Devi Parashakti. So literally you are seeing Paramashiva and Parashakti at that moment. So she's right there in your screen, and let us receive her very traditional. So you can receive her with the traditional tambulam, which would include 2 betel leaf, a banana, 1 betel nut, and a coin, which is the traditional dakshina, and it can be even 1 paise or even 1 cent.
Now you can offer that tambulam to Devi Parashakti, and after the darshan is over, do the namaskar, eat the banana leaf, the betel leaf, and the betel nut, and take that as prasadam immediately. Collect these coins and send it to the Nityanandeshwara Hindu Temple in Los Angeles. The betel leaf, the betel nut, the banana, all that may look extremely trivial to us now. But if you just see in a few days, you will see how much it adds to the sentiment that really Devi Parashakti is there. You will be not taking Devi Darshan for granted. Rituals have that capacity to break your monotonous, unconscious mentality and lifestyle and remind you and raise you to the powerful cognition. It will break your unconscious behavior. Now, as you can see, this is the samples of the tambulam. These are the different items that you will need. So there is the tambulam leaf, the banana, so the betel leaf, the betel nut on the right hand side, and the banana, as well as the coin. And also in the center is the traditional way that we set this whole plate and we offer it to Devi. So the coconut and the bread bangles, as well as the flowers, all that is optional. The very least basic thing that you can have is the betel leaf and the betel nut. All of these are a part of the traditional dakshina that we offer to the divine cosmic being. So now we will understand today during the Parashakti Akashik reading, the live Parashakti Akashik reading, how you will be able to ask your questions on the different social media platforms. So many of you are logging in and watching through YouTube right now. I invite each and every one of you to ensure that you are a member of the Kailasa's SPH Nithyananda YouTube channel. Make sure that you are joining and you are a member of our YouTube channel, and you'll be able to get access to more than 7,000 videos, as well as all the different live streams and the live events that are happening, and so much more, different discourses, darshans, dikshas, and sessions that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has taken, literally bringing a super conscious breakthrough to humanity. Once you've joined as a member of the YouTube channel, then you can comment on the chat in the right-hand side in the live stream. So during the Devi Bhava Samadhi Darshan, during the darshan, you can comment your question or your prayer and request Devi Parashakti to answer and give blessing.
So the next official social media platform through which you can connect to Parashakti when the live Akashik reading session is happening is the Facebook. So we have the official Kailasa's SPH JGM Nithyananda Paramashivam official Facebook page. So if you have not followed or liked the page, you can go ahead and like and follow the page and ask your questions in the comment section under the live stream. And you can connect to Parashakti, you can ask your questions to Parashakti, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
Twitter, you like Twitter and you spend your time on Twitter. You can also make sure, first of all, that you are following the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and in the official handle of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism at Sri Nithyananda on Twitter, and in the reply section. So you can reply to the live feed, to the tweet which has a live feed of the Devi Bhava Samadhi Darshan with the hashtag Ask the Avatar, and you can ask your questions through Twitter in this way.
So the next official social media platform is the Instagram. So Sri Nithyananda is the official Instagram account. So you can go ahead and follow Sri Nithyananda on the Instagram. And you can ask your questions, which is here, which is circled, in the comment section under the live stream.
And as if you are not social media savvy, you may not be comfortable on any kind of social media, you have an option on the kailasa.org website, which has a widget for WhatsApp. So you can send in your questions through WhatsApp on kailasa.org, and you can also go and send in the questions, your prayers for Devi Parashakti during the live Bhava Samadhi Darshan in the live chat on kailasa.org. So this is all of the different options that you have today to ask your questions during the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, and use the hashtag Ask the Avatar. So in the next segment, we will be able to understand the different ways that Devi Parashakti has guided humanity and has literally given her utmost, most beautiful guidance for the whole humanity on the coronavirus, the ongoing pandemic across the world, and how much there are so many different types of corruption, so much of violence and corruption ongoing in the world. Devi Parashakti has warned each and every one of us to take heed, to seek protection, and to ensure that we are protecting ourselves, protecting our lives at this time. So in the next segment, we will be able to see for ourselves what Devi Parashakti had revealed, how that has literally come into reality, and how much we really need to seek protection and to follow the words of Devi Parashakti. So we'll be starting the next segment in today's program in just a few minutes after a short break.
Nithyananda, welcome back. Nithyanandam. Yes, we will now move to the next segment of this program of what Parashakti has revealed to the world. And now we'll be moving on to the sacred secret of Hindu birth. We will now listen to Parashakti, what she has revealed about the sacred secret of Hindu birth.
நன்றாய் கேட்டுக்கொள். உன் கேள்விக்கு உன்மூலமாய் உலகெங்கும் இருக்கும் இந்துக்கள் எல்லோர்க்கும் அளிக்கின்றேன் உத்திரம். கேட்டு வாழ்ந்தால் உங்கள் வாழ்க்கை பத்திரம். நன்றாய் கேளுங்கள். பிறப்பின் ரகசியத்தை பிறப்பிலா பெருமை உடைய பரமேஸ்வரி சொல்லுகின்றேன் கேளுங்கள். அண்டஜம், யோனிஜம், ஜலஜம், பீஜம் எனும் 4 விதமான பிறவிகளில் 84,000 யோனிகளில் பிறக்கும் பிறப்புகளிலேயே பெருமை வாய்ந்ததும் உத்தமமானதும் மனிதப் பிறவி. அந்த மனிதப் பிறவியிலும் பலமுறை பிறந்து உழன்று அரசியல், பொருளாதாரம், சுகபோகம், தர்மம், அர்த்தம், காமம் எனும் ஆசைகள், துக்கங்கள், அச்சங்கள் அனைத்திலும் அழன்று உழன்று இனி வேண்டாம் இப்பிறவி, வேண்டுவது மோட்சமே என்று முடிவெடுத்தோர்க்கு மட்டுமே ஹிந்து மத யோனிஜம், ஹிந்து பெற்றோர்க்கு பிறந்திடும் சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்ம யோனிஜம். மனித பிறவி உத்தமம், சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்ம மனித பிறவி உத்தமோத்தமம். இந்த உத்தமோத்தம பிறவி எடுத்த எல்லோருக்கும் ஜீவன் முக்த விஞ்ஞானத்தையும் சனாதன தர்மத்தையும் காக்கின்ற கடமையும் உண்டு. அதனால் வருகின்ற நன்மையெல்லாம் அனுபவிக்கும் உரிமையும் உண்டு. இந்த கடமையை செய்வோம் என்று சத்தியம் செய்ததனால்தான் அந்த உரிமை அளிக்கப்பட்டது. பூமிக்கு வந்தபின் மனம் மயங்கி மதிமயங்கி சனாதன தர்மம் காக்க மறந்ததனால் மாயை அவர்கள் உயிரை பறிக்கின்றாள். நன்றாய் புரிந்து கொள்ளுங்கள். உயிரை கொடுத்தாலும் தர்மத்தை காப்போம் என்று உறுதி எடுத்தவர்க்கே சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்ம யோனிஜம் அளிக்கின்றேன் யான். உடல் பெற்ற பிறகு ஊழிப் பெருவலியால் ஆசை அச்சங்களை உதறவிடாது, உதறியும் விடாது சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்மம் காக்க மறந்தோரை உயிர் வாழத் தகுதியில்லாதவர் பட்டியலில் உடனடியாய் மாயை சேர்க்கின்றாள். அதனால் ராட்சசர்களும் அசுரர்களும் தானாகவே இவர்கள் உயிரை எடுக்கின்றார். நன்றாய் புரிந்து கொள்ளுங்கள். உயிரை கொடுத்தாலும் தர்மம் காப்போம் என்று நிற்பவர்க்கு நிலைத்திடும் வீரஸ்வர்க்கமும் கைலாச பதவியும், எக்காரணம் கொண்டும் தர்மம் காக்க மறந்த உத்தமோத்தம ஜனனமான சனாதன ஹிந்து ஜனனம் பெற்ற மக்களுக்கு இல்லை வேறு கதி. சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்ம மனித ஜனனம் உத்தமோத்தம மனித ஜனனம். உங்கள் உரிமை உலகில் அதிகம், உங்களுக்கு கடமையும் உலகில் பெரிது. தர்மம் காத்தாலே கடமை, தர்மம் காக்காதார்க்கு உயிர் வாழும் உரிமை இல்லை. நன்றாய் புரிந்து கொள்ளுங்கள். உத்தமோத்தம பிறவியான சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்ம பிறவி எடுத்த எல்லோரும் புரிந்து கொள்ளுங்கள். உங்கள் வாழ்வின் முதற்கடமை தர்மம் காத்தல். தர்மம் காக்க தர்மம் உங்களை காக்கும். சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்மம் காக்க மறந்திட்டால் வாழும் உரிமையை நீங்கள் இழந்து விடுகின்றீர்கள். அதற்கு மேல் வாழ்ந்தென்ன அழிந்தென்ன? பூமிக்கு பாரம் குறையட்டும் என்று அசுரர்களும் ராட்சதர்களும் உங்களை உண்டு தீர்க்கின்றார்கள். அதையும் மாயை கண்டு சும்மாவிருப்பாள். பிரபஞ்ச ரகசியத்தை, பிறவியின் ரகசியத்தை உலகிற்கெல்லாம் உத்தரமாய்ச் சொல்லிவிட்டேன். புரிந்து வாழ்வில் நடந்து உயிரை பத்திரமாய் பார்த்துக் கொள்ளுங்கள். அன்னை சொல்லும் அருள் சத்தியம் இது. ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
Yes. So we will be now understanding what Parashakti has revealed in the translation. So Parashakti has said, listen, Andajam, Yonijam, Jalajam, Bijam. Like this, in 4 types of birds, in 8400,000 yonis, in all these birds, the most greatest birth of them all is human birth.
Even in that human birth, being born and toiled many times after getting burnt and toiled in politics, in finance, in luxuries, in dharma, artha, kama.
And those who decide of not wanting this birth, wanting only moksha, only those will have Hindu dharma yonijam, the Sanatana Hindu dharma yonijam of being born to Hindu parents.
Human birth is uttamam, the best. Sanatana Hindu Dharma human birth is Uttamottamam, the best of the best.
And she continues to say, everyone who took this Uttamottama birth has the responsibility of protecting the signs of living enlightenment and Sanatana Dharma.
And also, they have the right of experiencing its benefits. This right was given to them because of their commitment given by them to do this responsibility.
And after coming to Bhuloka by getting mentally deluded and forgetting the dharma of protecting Sanatana Dharma, Maya, she is taking away all their souls.
Understand carefully, I am giving the Sanatana Hindu Dharma Yonijam only for those who gave the commitment of protecting Sanatana Dharma, even by giving their life.
And after getting the body because of painful deluge, not dropping fear and greed. For those who forgot to protect Sanatana Hindu Dharma, Maya, she will immediately add them all to the list of those who are not worthy of living.
Therefore, Rakshasas and Asuras are automatically taking away their life. Understand properly, for those who stand that even by giving their life, they will protect Dharma, will permanently have Virasvari.
So for any reason, people who forgot to protect Dharma, having the Uttamottama birth of Sanatana Hindu birth, there is no other way for them.
Sanatana Hindu Dharma human birth is Uttamottama human birth. Your rights in this world are immense. Also, your responsibility in this world is large. Protecting Dharma is responsibility.
Yes, ma'am. Please continue.
Those who do not protect Dharma, they do not have the right to live. Understand properly, all those who took the Uttamottama birth, which is Sanatana Hindu Dharma birth, all of you understand. The first responsibility of your life is protecting Dharma. If you protect Dharma, Dharma will protect you. If you forget to protect Sanatana Hindu Dharma, you lose the right of living. After that, what bothers whether you live or get destroyed? Asuras and Rakshasas will eat you, so that the burden on earth is reduced. Seeing that, Maya, she will keep quiet. And let us look more deeply into these revelations made by Devi. Specifically, Devi has said, if you Hindus forget to protect Sanatana Hindu Dharma, you lose the right of living. And an overwhelming majority of Hindus, 94%, live in one country, India. The largest population of Hindus outside India is Nepal, which is 2% of all Hindus, and Bangladesh, which is 1%, as per the Pew Research. And it is not a coincidence that Hindus and according to the New York Times, the actual figures are likely there are estimated to be 4.2 million people who have died from COVID-19, but the actual infection rate is much, much higher at 700 million. And this is the worst case scenario, but the current figures are much less of what they're saying, the media is reporting. And the New York Times says the actual figures are likely to be much higher, with more than half of the Indian population infected with COVID as a worst case scenario. And here you can see the chart where it shows that while the population of India is 136 crore, that's 1.36 billion people, and there is estimated to be about 70 crore or 700 million people who've been infected with coronavirus. And now we will understand about the Kirmi Bhojan of hell, which is opened in India.
நீ சொல்லும் நபர்கள் போடும் சண்டை சச்சரவெல்லாம் எரியும் பெருநெருப்பில் இருக்கும் இரண்டு எலிகள் போடும் சண்டை போன்றது. யார் சரி யார் தவறென்பது இப்பொழுது முக்கியம் அல்ல. உயிர் காத்துக் கொள்ளுங்கள், எல்லோரும் நன்றாய் புரிந்து கொள்ளுங்கள். நன்மையைச் சொல்லுகின்றேன், உண்மையைச் சொல்லுகின்றேன். இந்திய நாட்டில் இருக்கும் மக்கள் எல்லோரும் கேளுங்கள். கருட புராணத்தில் வியாசன் சொன்ன கிருமி போஜனம் என்னும் நரகம் திறந்து நேரடியாய் இந்தியா மீது இடிபோல் விழுகின்றது. ஆதி கைலாசத்திற்கு ஓடிச் சென்று வருமுன் காத்துக் கொள்வது மட்டுமே ஒரே வழி. கொரோனா பெருந்தொற்று கொள்ளை நோய் இருமி போஜனம் எனும் நரகத்தை பூமிக்கு கொண்டு வந்து விட்டது. அகோர தாண்டவத்தின் ஆட்டம் யாராலும் அடக்க முடியாத அளவிற்கு ஆரம்பித்து விட்டது. புதிதாய் உருக்கொண்டிருக்கும் இந்த நுண்ணுயிரி மைல்கள் கடந்தும் காற்றினில் உயிரோடு இருந்து மற்ற உயிர்களையும் அழித்து உடல்களை தின்னும் பெரும் வலிவு கொண்ட பேரசுரர்களாய் வலம் வர துவங்கி விடுகின்றது. நன்றாய் புரிந்து கொள்ளுங்கள். வருமுன் காத்துக் கொள்ளுங்கள், அது ஒன்றே வழி. அதற்காகவே ஆதி கைலாசத்தை திறந்து வைத்திருக்கின்றேன். உயிர் காத்துக் கொள்ள வேண்டி விரும்பும் எல்லோரும் ஓடுங்கள் ஆதி கைலாசத்திற்கு. இந்தியாவில்தான் இந்த நரகம் திறந்து உலகெங்கும் பரவப் போகின்றது. இருமி போஜன நரகம் பூமிக்கு வந்துவிட்டது. மனிதர்கள் செய்த மகா கொடுமைகளினால். அன்னை முன்னின்று என் அடியவரை காப்பேன் சொல்வதை கேட்டு உயிர் காத்துக் கொள்ள விரும்புவோர் வருமுன் காப்பது ஒன்றே வழி என்று தெரிந்து செல்லுங்கள் ஆதி கையிலைக்கு. ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
And now let us understand the translation of Devi Parashakti's words on 31st of May 2021. Everyone in India, all of you listen. The hell of Kirimi Bojam that was mentioned by Vyasa in Garuda Purana has opened and is directly falling on India as thunder. Running to Adi Kailasa and protection from it is the only way. Deadly corona life-taking disease have brought the hell known as Kirimi Bojanam to earth. The dance of the Agora Tandava, which no one could control, has started. This microorganism that has formed will be alive in the air for miles together, destroying other souls. It will eat bodies. It has started roaming as great demons with tremendous strength. Understand properly, prevention is the only way. For that, I have opened Adi Kailasa for those who want to save their lives. All of you run to Adi Kailasa. Only in India this hell is going to open and is going to spread to the whole world. The Kirimi Bojanam hell has come to the earth because of the sufferings done by humans. Mother, I will protect those at my feet, those who listen to me and wish to save their lives, learning that prevention is the only way. Go to Adi Kailasa. So let us understand what is this Kirimi Bojanam. Kirimi Bojanam is one of the 28 hells described in the Hindu scriptures, where people are sent to suffer in a pit to be eaten by worms. And this is referenced in the Garuda Purana and the cosmology of hell and the nether regions, the Devi Bhagavata Purana, and in chapter 21 on the narratives of hell, and chapter 22 on the narrative of the sins leading to hell, and in the Shiva Purana, chapter 16, which describes the upliftment from hell. And the Kirimi Bojanam is also described in the Skanda Purana, which in chapter 12, in chapter 2, and chapter 30, and the Brahma Purana in chapter 20, which describes hell in the nether regions, and in chapter 106, which describes sufferings in hell, and the Padma Purana, chapter 48, which describes the section on the netherworld. And translation from this verse reads that, "O excellent sage, above the nether regions are the hell where the sinners are scorched. Listen to their description from me." They are Gaurava, Shukara, Radha, Dala, Vishvat, Vasat, Mahakala, Taptakumbha, Lavana, Vilokita. The river Vaitarani consists of putrid stuff flowing in it. The Kidimi Bojanam, the Asipatram. Only when the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism will do the Padayatra in India will this Kidimi Bojanam end.
Om Om Vinayaka Shrikanta 2022 வரை இந்தியா செல்ல வேண்டாமா என்று கேட்கின்றாய். நன்றாய் தெரிந்து கொள், சொல்வதை புரிந்து கொள். இந்த பெருநரகமான கிருமி போஜனம் இந்தியாவிற்குள் வரக்கூடாது என்பதற்காக 2020 பாரதம் முழுவதும் 12 ஜோதிர்லிங்கமும் பாத யாத்திரை செய்திடவே என் மகன் மூலமாய் திட்டமிட்டிருந்தேன். படுபாவிகள் ஓடத்தின் மாலுமியை ஊர்விட்டு துரத்தினார்கள். என்ன நடக்கிறதென்று பார். முறையாக கைலாய நாட்டின் தலைவனாக நிறை மரியாதையொடு நல் மதிப்பொடு என் நிஜாவதாரம் நித்யானந்தன் திருவடி மீண்டும் பாரதத்தில் பட்டு பாத யாத்திரை செய்த பிறகு மட்டுமே நீ அங்கு செல்ல வேண்டும். அதுவரை உன்னை காத்து செல்லாதே. ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
So let us understand Devi's revelations on the 31st of May 2021. The translation goes, you are asking whether to go to India, understand properly. Until 2022, know properly, understand what is said. For this huge hell, Kidmi Bojanam, not to come to India in 2020, I had planned to do Padayatra throughout India in the 12 Jyotirlingas through my son, Swamiji. They drove away the sailor of the ship. See what is happening. Properly, as a leader of Kailasa nation, with complete respect, with good regard, when my Nijavatara Nithyananda's feet touched on Bharat and do Padayatra, only after this, you should go there. Till then, protect yourself, do not go. And here is the solution for the sufferings of Pralaya revealed by
அடுத்த சில மாதங்களில் 1000 அல்ல, லட்சம் அல்ல, கோடியில் உயிர்கள் பலியாகும். இந்திய நாட்டினில் கோடியில் உயிர்கள் பலியாகும். உண்மையை சொல்லுகின்றேன், நன்மையை சொல்லுகின்றேன். தேடிக்கொள்ளுங்கள் உங்கள் வாழ்க்கைக்கு பாதுகாப்பை. ஆதி கைலாசத்தை நிர்வகிக்கும் அன்பர்களே, நன்றாய் கேளுங்கள். 12 ஆண்டுகளுக்கு முன்பாக வரப்போகும் இந்த மாபெரும் பிரளயத்தை தெரிந்து கொண்டு உலகில் இருக்கும் எல்லா ஔஷத சக்திகளையும் ஒன்றாய் திரட்டி நவபாஷாணத்து நிறுத்தி ஆனந்த லிங்கமாய் வைத்திய சரோவரத்தில் ஸ்தாபித்து வைத்தேன். வருகின்ற குரு பூர்ணிமையோடு 12 ஆண்டுகள் அந்த ஞான ரசவாதம் பழுத்து முதிர்ந்து முழுமையான நவபாஷாண லிங்கமாய் மலர்ந்து விடுகின்றது. வருகின்ற குரு பௌர்ணமியில் இருந்து வருகின்ற எல்லோரும் அங்கு வந்து நவபாஷாண தீர்த்தத்தில் தீர்த்தமாடிச் செல்ல அனுமதியுங்கள். அதற்கு வகை செய்யும் விதத்திலே நல்ல முறையிலே எல்லா நன்மையும் செய்து வையுங்கள். இந்த தீர்த்தத்தில் தீர்த்தமாடியோர்க்கும் அந்த தீர்த்தத்தை அருந்தியோர்க்கும் கொரோனா கொடுந்தொற்று வராது, மரணம் இல்லை, துக்கம் இல்லை. இது அறிவியல் பூர்வமாய் அனுபவபூர்வமாய் நிரூபிக்கப்படும். அதனால் கோடிக்கணக்கில் மக்கள் வரிசையில் நின்று தினந்தோறும் வந்து நவபாஷாணத்தாலான ஆனந்த லிங்கத்தில் நித்யானந்த லிங்கத்தில் நீராடி வணங்கி நன்மை பெற்றுச் செல்வார்கள். நன்றாய் கேளுங்கள் மக்களே. 12 ஆண்டுகள் முன்பாக பராசக்தி நான் செய்து வைத்த நவபாஷாணம் சித்தித்து புளித்து பழுத்து முதிர்ந்து ரசவாத யோகத்தில் சித்தியாகி இன்று நிறைந்த நவபாஷாண நித்யானந்த லிங்கமாய் வைத்திய சரோவரத்தில் மலர்ந்திருக்கின்றது. இதை செய்த காரணம் வரப்போகும் பிரபஞ்சத்தின் பிரளயத்திலிருந்து மக்களை காத்திடவே. எல்லோரும் கேளுங்கள். ஆதி கைலாசத்து நேரடியாய் மறைமுகமாய் உதவி செய்து உடன் இருந்த எல்லோரும் கேளுங்கள். உங்கள் எல்லோரையும் நம்பியே இந்த படகை நாம் உருவாக்கினோம். இந்த பெரும் சேவையில் எல்லோரும் வந்து பாகமாயிருந்து கொரோனா வராதவர், வந்தவர், வந்து நீங்கியோர் இவர்கள் எல்லோருக்கும் மாபெரும் மருந்து நவபாஷாண நித்யானந்த லிங்கத்து தீர்த்த விருந்து. எல்லோரும் வந்து நல் நீராடி தற்காப்பும் பெற்று நோய் கண்டவர் நோயும் தீர்ந்து நன்மையெல்லாம் அடைந்திட இந்திய நாட்டு மக்களே, உங்களால் இயன்றதை செய்திடுங்கள். உங்கள் எல்லோர்க்கும் நல் பாதுகாப்பும் உண்டு, நல்லதும் உண்டு. என்னை இழந்தாலும் என்னை நீங்கள் மறுத்தாலும் உங்களை நான் காப்பேன். அஞ்சாதீர்கள். பெருங்கருணை பேரருளால் நான் செய்து வைத்த கப்பலை உபயோகித்து இந்த ஆழிப் பிரளயத்தின் பெருங்கூத்து ஊழிக் கூத்திலிருந்து உங்களை காத்துக் கொள்ளுங்கள். உண்மையை சொல்லிவிட்டேன், நன்மையை சொல்லிவிட்டேன். பிராயச்சித்தம் வேண்டுமென்றும் காப்பாற்ற வேண்டுமென்றும் கதறிய பக்தர்கள் எல்லோருக்கும் பெருங்கருணையினால் தீர்வை தந்து விட்டேன். அன்பர்களே, பக்தர்களே, சீடர்களே, என் சொல் கேட்கும் நேர்மையான தொண்டர்களே, புயல் என புறப்படுங்கள். ஆதி கைலாசத்திற்கு தேவையானதெல்லாம் உடனடியாய் செய்து வரப்போகும் மக்களுக்கெல்லாம் அன்னதானம் செய்து அவர்கள் நல்லபடி வைத்திய சரோவரத்தில் தீர்த்தமாடி நவபாஷாண மருந்தையே விருந்தாய்க் கொண்டு நோயிலிருந்து தற்காப்பும் பெற்று உயிர்காப்பும் பெற்று நல்லபடியாய் வாழ்ந்திட தேவையான சேவைகளை செய்யுங்கள். இதுதான் உங்கள் எல்லோருக்கும் பிராயஷ்சித்தம். நித்யானந்தன் வடிவு தாங்கி நிஜாவதாரமாய் நான் இந்திய நாட்டில் வந்தபொழுது என்னை வைத்து வாழாத பெருங்குற்றத்திற்கு பிராயஷ்சித்தம் இதுவே உங்களுக்கு. இதை யாவது செய்து, இது ஒன்றையாவது செய்து உங்களையும் காத்துக்கொள்ளுங்கள், நாட்டையும் காத்திடுங்கள். கோடிகளில் உயிர்கள் போகப் போகின்றது என்பதை நேரில் காண்பீர்கள். கண்ட பிறகுதான் நான் சொல்லும் வார்த்தையின் சத்தியமும் உண்மையும் உங்களுக்கு புரியப் போகின்றது. அழிவதற்கு முன் வந்து நவபாஷாண மருந்தை விருந்தாய்ப் பெற்று மரணத்திலிருந்து உங்களை காத்துக் கொள்ளுங்கள். மக்களே, இது ஒன்றே வழி. ஓம் ஓம் ஓம். பெருங்கருணை பேரருளால் அன்னை பராசக்தி அருளினேன் சத்தியத்தை. இந்த ஒரு சத்தியத்தை உடனடியாய் புரிந்து கொண்டு உங்களுக்கும் உலகத்துக்கும் நன்மை செய்து கொள்ளுங்கள். ஆதி கைலாசத்து நித்யானந்த லிங்கத்தின் எல்லைக்குள் ஆருக்கும் கொரோனா கொடுந்தொற்று தீண்டாது. இந்த சத்தியத்தை அனுபவபூர்வமாகவும் அறிவியற்பூர்வமாகவும் முழுமையாக நீங்கள் புரிந்து கொள்வீர்கள். இது நிரூபணமாகும். அன்னை பராசக்தி 12 ஆண்டுகளுக்கு முன்பாக உள்ள ஞான ஔஷத சக்திகள் அனைத்தையும் பிரம்மாண்ட யோனி ஹிரண்ய கர்ப்பத்திலிருந்து கொண்டு வந்து உருவாக்கி வைத்த நவபாஷாண லிங்கம் இன்று பிரளயத்திலிருந்து காக்கும் பெரும் கப்பலாய் உங்களுக்கு ஊதாவும். என இழந்தாலும் நான் செய்து வைத்த இந்த ரசவாத ஞானத்தின் துணை இழக்காமல் உங்களை நீங்களே காத்துக் கொள்ளுங்கள். இது ஒன்றே வழி. மக்களே, இது ஒன்றே வழி. ஓம் 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 ஓம்.
Yes, now we will see the translation by Parashakti's words in English. So she says, even if children do mistakes in ignorance by getting stuck in Maya, as it is Parashakti, Paramashakti, Parashodasi, Manonmani, by responsibility to save the cosmos from destruction.
I'm telling some of the truth. Listen properly. Within next few months, not in thousands or lakhs, lives will be lost in crores. Crores of lives will be lost in India.
And I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the good. Search for protection for your life.
And here you can see Devi Parashakti's revelations coming true, where crores of lives will be lost. And you can see the corpse floating in Ganga, completely unidentified, without even getting a proper burial.
And you can see the Parashakti reveal in another few months, not in thousands, lakhs and lakhs of human beings will be lost, bodies will be lost. In the country of India, you can see for the last 2 to 3 months, people have been burying their dead in the Ganga. And the sand is covering the bodies, is blown away by strong winds, exposing the decomposing bodies. And dogs, they feast and gather on the remains.
And here, more news showing that as India is reeling under a massive second wave of COVID, the number of deaths has also increased. Such is the situation that crematoriums and burial grounds are packed to capacity. And this shows that the number of people dying from COVID-19 is soaring.
Yes. So, and you can see here in this article where over 150 dead bodies which have been reported as COVID fatalities were dumped on the banks of the Ganges River. So, this was exactly revealed by Parashakti. And these COVID bodies will be washed down further and can be eaten by stray dogs, which will further spread coronavirus. So, this was the media report.
And it's very clearly revealed that the reports are completely downplayed. Numbers are showing that there's about 40 people who have died within the city, but this article is clearly showing that over 400 people have died within the city alone.
And you can see here over 2,000 bodies were actually found on the bank of the river Ganga in the Uttar Pradesh, the decomposed bodies.
And Indians are forced to change the rituals for their dead as COVID-19 rages through the cities and villages. People are not able to perform the 13-day rituals that are normally customary for the dying, those who have deceased. But now, because of the soaring numbers of people dying from COVID, people are not even having crematoriums or burial places, so they're forced to forego their last rites, and just bodies are cremated immediately many times, just when they can get an opportunity.
Yes. So again, here is another media article which says the bodies, after bodies are coming and death and devastation is happening in Delhi, and the crematoriums and burial grounds are running out of space in the capital of India, in Delhi.
And funeral pyres burn continuously at Mohali's cremation ground. And this is just another example of how there are enormous number of bodies dying from COVID and just being cremated anonymously.
Yes, you can see round-the-clock mass cremations continuously happening in India after the second wave of coronavirus brings the death toll to over 200,000. So, what exactly Parashakti has revealed? It has actually been authenticated by all these media articles.
Yes, non-stop cremations. More articles showing that there are non-stop cremations going on in different crematoriums around the country.
Yes, another media which says bodies pile up at Indian crematoriums overwhelmed by the virus surge.
And in Delhi, it's been recorded that 20,000 daily cases of COVID-19, along with over 300 confirmed deaths. And on Sunday, the city saw that there were 350 deaths as COVID-19 wreaks havoc and the toll mounts in Delhi. The crematorium is expanding to accommodate. So you can just, there's an enormous need for these crematoriums, and hospitals are not having enough beds. And there is enormous number of people dying, just as Devi had revealed.
Yes. So these are the various media articles which are actually supporting what Devi Parashakti has revealed in the Akashic readings. So with that, we come to the conclusion of this segment of this program, and we'll now be quickly moving on to the next segment, where we can offer our deep devotion and gratitude to Parashakti in the form of various offerings. We'll be right back after a short break.
manifest the powers of Mahasudashiva. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om
Nithyananda. So we'll now be moving on to the next segment of this program of offering our deep gratitude and devotion to Devi Parashakti in the form of various offerings. So let us understand the significance of offering. So offering is giving of a divine gift of pure love, pure devotion and oneness, and it consists of two parts. Number one is you giving the offering out of deep love and gratitude. Number two is accepting. So only when the divine it accepts whatever one offers, the offering itself becomes complete. So offering is not made out of any fear nor out of greed. So when an avatar lands, the offerings are purely a part of the grand Leela that is played only for the purpose of enlightenment. So we will now be invoking the presence of Parashakti by chanting the Moola Agama of Manonmani Dhyanam. Induni Bhaveda Karavakti Nayanam Syat Pankaja Varabhaya Japaksha Sarayuktam Angahima Bhushana Vichitra Vasanam Syat Tungamakutojvala Manonmani Swarupam.
The English translation goes, moonlight face holding the Vedas on hand and fire in eyes, with lotus flower gracing and blessing hands, one hand with the Japamala, beautifully decorated with jeweled ornaments in wonderful clothes and shining bright crown. Her name is Manonmani.
We will also chant another Dhyana sloka from the Moola Agama of Manonmani Dhyanam. Dhyayed Devim Trinetram Sashini Bhavadhanam Vedahastam Dadhanam Savye Padmam Paradama Pare Chabhayam Chakshamalam Divyairabharanair Vibhushita Tanum Brahmadibhih Pujitam Devimeva Manonmanim Pratidinam Kamarta Datrim Shubham.
I meditate on Devi with three eyes glowing like the moon and holding the Vedas, a lotus and gracing with blessing and gracing hands. She is wearing beautiful ornaments and she is worshipped by Brahma and other many gods and showers auspicious boons for all actions every day.
And we now move on to the significance of the divine element fold. Atharva Veda, it states, Treda Jutam Janmanedam Hiranyam Agne Rakam Priyatamam Babhuva Somasyaikam Insitasya Parapatata Apamekam Veda Samreta Ahustatte Hiranyam Trividas Vaivise.
The English translation. Triply born by birth is this gold from atoms of Agni is one. It becomes dearest to Agni and one fell away from the Soma when it was heard. One they called the seed of virtuous and powerful Apaha. Let that triple gold be for your long life. Now, gold is a divine element. Many of us are often think of gold as a beautiful gift, a very valuable gift for those of us, for those of whom we love and who are dear to us. For anniversaries, weddings, for Mother's Day or Father's Day, we often give our loved ones precious items and precious gifts of gold. But we often forget, most of us don't even know the divine qualities of gold. It actually purifies anything it touches, and it is an element of spiritual significance and great spiritual power of healing and enlightening. The vibration of gold has the power to infuse tattva energy and positive thought currents in anyone who wears or even anyone who is in and operating in its vicinity. That is why in the Hindu civilization, gold is recognized, is seen for its extremely powerful properties. And in the Hindu civilization, it is there in all of the architecture, the arts, the worship, every single aspect. And in fact, in the scriptures, the different scriptures, the agamas, the itihasas, the puranas, the shrutis, the smritis, every single scripture refers to gold as a divine element. It's abundantly displayed, and it's the most auspicious and purest metal. In the Hindu civilization, everything was built in gold, exchanged in gold, and rituals were even offered in gold bricks. When one was to be saved from life-threatening illnesses, gold was offered as a ritual fee. And gold was abundant for even weighing amounts of commodities, including cows, and in kingdoms were built with huge doors of gold. The streets would have huge columns and huge archways made of gold, and horses and cows were also dressed in gold. So the beautiful aspect is that first, all living beings lived in coexistence and such beautiful peace, harmony, and love. And not only that, every single living being was decorated, adorned, and worshipped in gold. The Hindu civilization even thrived on the banks of rivers of gold, and the Indus River was called the Hiranyamaya and the river of gold. And in the Rig Veda, the river Saraswati was called the Hiranyavartani in the Atharva Veda. So in this way, gold is a very supreme element for offering gifts to the ones you love and revere. Even the temples were constructed and paved in gold. So many of the Garbha Mandirs, everything was literally out of gold from the very beginning, from the material itself. And deities themselves are carved in gold and decked and adorned in gold. So because it preserves the enlightenment energy and it lasts for thousands of years, literally it lasts forever. So that is why the Vedic rishis and the whole Vedic civilization incorporated gold into every single aspect, including the different offerings that we make for the temple deities as well.
So, with that understanding of the significance of the offering gold to Parashakti and the Hindu divinities, so now we will move on to the various offerings to Parashakti. The first offering is the E-Hundi offering. So, the Dhyana Sloka, it says, Bhakti Priya Bhakti Gamya Bhakti Vashya Bhayapaha Shambhavi Sharada Radhya Sharvani Sharmadayini.
And the English translation, Devi is fond of true devotion and is realized through true devotion. She can be won over through true devotion and she removes all fear. So this E-Hundi offering is a beautiful offering where if there is any fear in the minds of the devotees, Devi is sure to remove that fear. It is stated that Devi likes to be worshipped in autumn. And here it does not mean the seasonal autumn that we have every year, but it means the autumn of our life when thoughts turn more and more inward and the revolt of the divine and is understood clearly. The need for Devi worship becomes stronger.
Yes, so you can offer the E-Hundi offering to Parashakti and receive her blessings. So the E-Hundi offering can also be offered through the YouTube live chat, through the super chat and the super sticker option. And the next offering,
yes, on how you can offer what is the exact procedure. You can stay tuned until the end and we'll walk you through the basic steps of how you can offer these today.
So the next offering to Parashakti is the Sankalpa chanting, which is $1. The Devi Mahatmyam, chapter 12 of 1 verse 34 describes Tayaitan mohyate vishwam saiva vishwam prasuyate saya chitta cha vijanam tushta rudhim prayaschadhi.
The English translation, the goddess enchants this universe and she herself gives birth to this universe. That goddess, being prayed without interest in anything, gives that knowledge that leads to salvation and gives wealth in the materialistic sense. This is from the Devi Mahatmyam, chapter 12, verse 14. You can offer the Sankalpa, the conscious resolution, which blesses every person who is offering with all the fruition and desires and wishes that he is yearning for.
Yes. Next offering is the Sahasranama Swaranakasu. the Lalita Sahasranama, verse 731, it says, Nama Parayana Prita, she who likes the repetition of her various names. So this is the offering of 1008 names of Devi Parashakti, and it is a very special and unique archana which is offered to the Mahameru of Devi Parashakti. So you can offer a golden coin which is inscribed with each of these 1008 names and receive blessings to have all the Ananta Kalyana Gunas, all the divine qualities of Devi Parashakti. So it is available in 3 sizes at $75, $151 and $251. Next offering is the Mukta Anguti, the fingering with a pearl, where the Meenakshi Pancharatna says, Muktahara lasat kirita ruchiram purnendu vaktra prabham Shinjannu purakinkini manidaram padma prabhabasuram Sarvabhishta falapradam girisutam vani rama sevitam Meenakshim pranatosmi santatamaham karunyavaram nidhim.
Yes, and the English translation. I bow down to the goddess Meenakshi, whose crown has garlands of pearls and face shining like a full moon, who wears anklets that are studded with gemstones and has small bells, and who is shining like the splendor of a lotus, who grants all the wishes, the daughter of the mountain, who is worshipped by goddess Vani and Rama. And I remain ever bowing to the goddess Meenakshi, the ocean of compassion. This beautiful offering, the Mukta Anguti, as you saw, has the pearl is actually very favorite to Devi Meenakshi, as it comes from the ocean. And because we know this, we love to offer the Mukta Anguti, or the pearl ring, at the feet of the Devi Parashakti, and offer her it to wear. And with this, we will receive the blessings to be showered by compassion and pure love in all of our business endeavors. Goddess Meenakshi is actually known for having conquered all the 8 directions, and her pure sovereign rule had literally pervaded the entire 56 deshas and united all of the 56 deshas. So Devi Parashakti, in the form of Devi Meenakshi, can really help each and every one persevere and achieve everything that you want in your ambition and your career.
Next offering to Parashakti is the offering of Swarna Padma Pushpam, the golden lotus. So the Kamika Agama, it beautifully says, Ashtavidhyeshwaropeta kumbhavarana samyutam sarvesa sutra vastradya hema pankaja bhushitaha tapidhana shakrushascha pakva bhilva falaprabha snapannadhyaya samsiddha pramanena samandita.
The English translation goes, all the Kailasa should be wound around with suitable thread and covered with new cloth. They should be adorned with lotus flower made of gold. And actually, this lotus flower has so much of significance in the Vedic scriptures. There are so many references of using the lotus during the worship of Paramashiva. And almost everything, including the mudras, the asanas, the different architecture, the different arts, everything has lotus as a base. And it is considered as a divine flower. And not only the flower itself, but also the leaf, the pericarp, the petals, everything is considered a divine quality. If you see, even the lotus petals are shaped. We often describe the eyes of Devi or Paramashiva as being shaped like a lotus. It's always having such a beautiful connotation. And we also have a few other examples how Shakti of Paramashiva is called as a lotus, and the base of the Paramashiva linga is called the lotus, and the disciple of Paramashiva is considered as the lotus, which is about to bloom. So the golden lotus has so much of significance. And one of the most beautiful things is how the lotus in all the muddy waters in any kind of pond can bloom, and it'll be the most divine flower, the most beautiful, elegant flower there. Just like that, you can have the blessings to bloom and radiate the space, state, powers, and being of Devi Parashakti in your inner space amidst any adverse situation in your life, in any kind of water. This beautiful Swarna Padma Pushpa has that beautiful quality, and you can offer this today to Devi Parashakti. If you'd like to proceed with any of these offerings, you can go to tiny.cc/Devi-offerings.
Yes. So the next offering is the Swarna Metti, the golden toe ring to Parashakti. Nakadhiditi samchanna namajjanatamo guna padadvaya prabhajala parakrita saroruha.
You whose brightness from toenails destroys the darkness of ignorance from the minds of devotees who prostrate at your feet. You whose brightness from your 2 feet overpowers that of the lotus flower. So this Swaranamati offering is a gold toe ring. The toe ring is actually a piece of jewelry which often married women wear. They always wear in the Hindu tradition once upon having their marriage ceremony. Now, for Devi Parashakti, offering this toe ring is so significant, as it just says that one toe of Devi Parashakti can literally dispel all the darkness from your life, all the ignorance from your life, and you can be in constant gratitude for receiving her blessings even in the most difficult aspects of your life.
Next offering is the Swarna Mangtika, the golden hairline jewelry. So the Shastra Pramana, it says Sudha Saravi Varshini. So she who makes the nectar flow in all our nerves from the Sahasrara, that is, she who gives the very pleasant experience of the ultimate. So the hairline jewelry, the Mangtika, it represents that nectar flowing from the Sahasrara Chakra, which is fully opened.
For those of you who do not know, the Sahasrara Chakra is a chakra at the crown center, right on top of our head. And that is why the Mangtika is actually the hairline jewelry, because it's right on top of our head. It's right at the center of our head. And the Sahasrara Chakra is represented by the 1,000-petaled lotus. So when that is open, that chakra is open and fully functioning, fully bloomed, that is when the nectar flows from that lotus. So such a beautiful description of Devi Parashakti. And not only that, we can have the blessings of having that same sweet experience, having her blessings and opening our Sahasrara Chakra, living in eternal gratitude, the blissful state of space of complete completion in our lives. We can have this and be blessed by this, by Devi Parashakti, as we offer this Swarna Mangtika.
So the next offering is the beautiful offering of Pratyaksha Pada Puja, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and Devi Parashakti. So we'll be chanting the sloka 83 of Saundarya Lahari. Nakhadi diti sanchanna namajjana tamo guna padadvaya prabhajala parakrita saroruha.
And once again, the English translation. The illumining splendor of Devi's toenails dispels the darkness of ignorance in the devotees prostrating at her feet. Her feet defeat the lotus in beauty. Yes. So in the shlokam number 83 of Saundarya Lahari, which states that the nails that have been sharpened by constantly being touched by the crowns of celestial beings who are always prostrating before Devi. Now, tamoguna actually means darkness. In the stotram, tamas is indicative of ignorance in the minds of devotees. By constantly prostrating before Devi, you can achieve the ultimate, and she will remove the ignorance and you can attain the ultimate knowledge, supreme knowledge. Offering this Pratyaksha Pada Puja blesses you with all the auspiciousness from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, the incarnation of Paramashiva. And especially now during this time, it is very, very significant to offer the Pratyaksha Pada Puja, especially now during the Guru Purnima festival. This festival is offering our worship to the Guru Parampara and of course the Jagat Guru, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, the one who has taken responsibility for the whole universe and raising the whole universe as Guru. Such a beautiful thing. And you can make sure that you are offering the Pratyaksha Pada Puja on this day, and it'll be 1,000 times more effective, more beneficial in your life.
Yes, the next offering is the Vastra Seva, which is also a part of the Pratyaksha Pada Puja, the sacred cloth offering to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. You can also offer this in the upcoming Guru Purnima, and you can receive the blessings and all the auspiciousness of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism to manifest all your desires and what you want to manifest as reality. So this is also $1,008. So now we have the compilation of all the offerings to Devi Parashakti, the Evendi offering, the Sankalpa chanting, offering the conscious resolution, the Devi Sahasranama Kasu, the pure gold coin with each sacred name of Devi, 1,000 names, the Mukta Anguti, the pearl finger ring, the Swarna Padma Pushpam, the golden lotus flower, the Swarna Metti, the golden choring for lotus feet of Devi, the Swarna Mantika, the golden hairline jewelry, Pratyaksha Pada Puja, and the Vastra Seva.
So as you can see here, these are the registration forms that you can fill out, the links on the screen. And today we have 2 options. You might be in different categories as you are proceeding for the payments or the next steps to make these offerings. I'm sure so many of you, hundreds of you, want to make this offering in your life, and you want to manifest offering this at the feet of Devi Parashakti and offer your gratitude in some way or form. If you are ready to offer today, that's great, that's amazing. You can go ahead to tiny.cc/Devi offerings. If you are wanting to make this offering, you want to manifest it, but you are not yet ready, you can go to tiny.cc/Bhava Samadhi, and you will be able to make sure, you will be able to have at least make your intention in offering this any of these offerings today, and you'll be able to get the help if you want, or if you want help in manifesting this offering. If you want more details, you can get the details. And if you simply want to express your interest in making the offering, you can also make the intention to make this offering at tiny.cc/Bhava Samadhi. So, and also, if you are ready to make the online payment today, you can go to tiny.cc/Devi offerings. And after the payment, make sure that you are submitting the tiny.cc/Sankalpa 2021 form. In this form, you will be asked for your name as well as the names of the people you are asking puja or offering this puja on behalf of. And it's a very simple form, but you have to remember to fill this out so that we can ultimately receive the full blessings of Devi Parashakti. So now, as you can see, this is the payment link, and you will have a option. You'll be able to see all the options in the drop-down menu, and you can select the option that you want and add that to your cart. Then you will be led to your cart, your full cart, where you can review all of your offerings, what you want to offer today, and then you can proceed to checkout. And then you can fill out your payment details, your different details today on and proceed to fulfill the payment. So once that is done, go ahead and proceed immediately to the Sankalpa Names 2021 form. This form is very important, again, so that all your names will be chanted during the puja, and all the blessings will be bestowed on you. So make sure that you are filling out this form after you have made your payment, after you've made your order, and that is the full procedure for making your payment today. Now we have another option here, which is through the YouTube super chat. So many of you are logged in on YouTube and watching this right now, or if you want to, you can go ahead and go to Kailasa's SATSANG Nithyananda YouTube channel and click on the live feed in order to join us on YouTube. And you can also make sure that you are a member of the YouTube channel. Once you're a member, you'll have the option in the side in here near the chat to offer a donation through super chat or super sticker. So once you go there, you can see the super chat option, and you'll be able to make your any donation that you want through either credit card, PayPal, or debit card. And you can proceed with the steps provided by YouTube in order to facilitate your donation. And just as every single time we have darshan, or we are enjoying darshan and we're going to the temple, we always offer few coins at the feet of Devi Parashakti, or we offer it in the plate of the arati for the pujari, or we offer it in a hundi. You can make your donation today, and just a small donation, any amount that you want, during this darshan experience. So you can do that through the hundi offering or through the YouTube super chat as well. So with this, we're now coming to a conclusion to this segment in today's program, where we had understood and we're first introduced to all the different programs, the different offerings that you can do today. And each and every one of these is such a beautiful process that you can start, such a beautiful power of manifestation. And this science is made available to each and every one of us by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. So now we'll be going on to the next segment in today's program, where the Adi Kailasa Sarvagnapeetham representatives will be guiding us, will be showing us the latest updates, and also guiding us through the history of the making of Adi Kailash. Adi Kailasa Sarvagnapeetham is one of the places where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, the Avatar, poured his blood, sweat, time, energy into making this extremely powerful ship for super consciousness, and a ship where you can literally be awakened to your highest self. Adi Kailasa Sarvagnapeetham, located in Bidadi, Bengaluru, is the headquarters of the Eastern mission of the whole Kailasa. That is the first vision that was given for Adi Kailasa Sarvagnapeetham in 2001. And the place, this very place, which has the Nithyananda Paramashiva Kalpa Vriksha, the huge banyan tree, is the place where where Paramashiva himself had revealed the Muktikopanishad, and also had revealed to Devi Parashakti the Agamas. And in so many different references, in so many different scriptures, including the one is the Guru Gita, as well as the Kamika Agama. In each of these offerings, in each of these rituals, the Kalpa Vriksha is referred as this huge, beautiful banyan tree. So we'll now be introduced in the next segment to the Adi Kailasa Sarvagnapeetham by the representatives from this grand ship. So now we'll be moving on to the next segment after a quick break.
Spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities, and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the BHAVA SAMADHI DARSHAN, literally those cosmic beings manifest through his body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But the Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish the sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
We get you health. We get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life. We get you direct spiritual support, and we make sure you become wealthy. We won't stop giving you just good life. We will literally not stop till you live enlightened life. Manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. Whole world should become Kailasians. I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that. Kailasa is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously. Kailasa is enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. Proper customized spiritual service helping you to complete with your life negativity, withdrawal from life, self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, so much of tiredness, laziness. We can support you aligning your diet, your attitude, your aptitude, your understanding about life. We can help you with everything. If you are interested in enlightenment, we will immediately bring this to you. If you are not interested, we will explain the whole science, inspire you and make you interested in enlightenment time. we need to cater this enlightenment science to the whole world wherever they are. Because enlightenment is the birthright of all human beings. Kailasa is responsible to provide that to all human beings. Kailasa is the totality of the knowledge I received from my gurus and practice manifested in my life, perfected by teaching millions of people from all cultures, time zones, backgrounds, genders, nationality, race, from every creed. So this absolutely perfected knowledge available to you, served to you in your home without even you moving out of your couch, free of cost.
Nithyanandam, and welcome to Kailasa's de facto spiritual embassies as COVID care protection centers. The world today at a glimpse. Human Rights Watch reported that more than 1.5 billion students are out of school already, as we all know, in the ongoing corona pandemic, which has plagued the world now for over almost a year and a half. The impact that it has had on the educational field, on students, more than 91% of the world's students are out of school due to school closures in at least 88 countries. 36.5% of US college students pointed to stress as the biggest reason why their academic performance suffered negatively for the past year. In addition, 29.5% listed anxiety as a factor. For American middle schoolers, 61% of teens admitted feeling a lot of pressure to get good grades. Approximately 1.277 billion learners are affected currently due to school closures in response to the pandemic. According to UNICEF monitoring, 46 countries are currently implementing nationwide closures, and 27 are implementing local closures, impacting about 73% of the world's student population. As one can see, practically the whole world impacted, and nobody knows when the schools can be allowed to reopen. As one saw here, almost like 88 countries ordering for school closures, left with no other way to combat the virally spreading pandemic. Schools being one of the top places where congregation happens, where obviously social distancing and protection becomes a challenge. Governments across the world left with no choice but to order closure of schools, be it primary, secondary, colleges, universities, etc. And and the students left with no option other than probably online schooling, which is not something that is feasible everywhere. Also, the same kind of an education is not possible to get delivered in the form of online schooling. And so the countries across the world combating this serious concern of lack of education because of the corona pandemic. In a survey by the mental health charity Young Minds, which included 211 participants up to age 25 years, with a mental illness history in the United Kingdom, 83% said that the pandemic had made their conditions worse. 26% said they were unable to access mental health support. Peer support groups and face-to-face services have been cancelled, and support by phone or online can be challenging for some young people. So as one can see here, the corona pandemic actually exacerbating the conditions being faced by various segments of society. People undergoing mental health issues, as one can see here, are not able to access their regular mental health support, and that worsening the problem, because as one is seeing with the ongoing pandemic, not only the physical impact of the corona pandemic, but also how it is impacting people in terms of increasing their stress levels, anxiety levels, causing depressive disorder issues. And to add to the problem, mental health care being less accessible because of the various logistics, as well as because the healthcare workers themselves are being impacted by the coronavirus. The COVID-19 pandemic has disrupted or halted critical mental health services in 93% of the countries worldwide, while the demand for mental health is increasing according to a new World Health Organization survey. This is what the news from the WHO has to say. Recently, a study also found that 18% of individuals, including people with and without a past psychiatric diagnosis, who received a COVID-19 diagnosis were later diagnosed with a mental health disorder such as anxiety or mood disorders. So one can see here how the pandemic is also causing mental health issues in people who never had any such issues prior to getting affected by the coronavirus. Surveys also found that substance use and suicidal ideation are particularly pronounced for young adults, with 25% reporting that they started or increased substance use during the pandemic compared to 13% of all adults, and 26% reporting serious thoughts of suicide compared to 11% of all adults. So one can see here, youth being one of the most affected by this corona pandemic, because along with the risk to physical health, the anxiety disorders, the depressive disorder that is plaguing them, over 80% of the youth getting impacted by these, and the not knowing how to solve the problem, increased substance abuse, drug abuse, and thoughts of suicide worsening. As one can see here, the number of adults at 11% having suicidal thoughts, and more than double amongst them being youth. Every year, over 1.2 million students drop out of high school in the United States alone. That's a student every 26 seconds literally, or 7,000 a day. About 25% of high school freshmen fail to graduate from high school on time. And in the face of this current situation, what is Kailasa, the only Hindu civilizational nation, is doing to combat this pandemic and its various ripple effects and manifestations and after effects? So let's take a look now at contributions from Kailasa's Department of Education, which is one of the 5 main pillars of Kailasa's humanitarian services. So before we go into that segment, let's take a few seconds to register ourselves for the COVID Care Protection Centers. And you can register now through the link https://kailasa.org/Kailasa Care, which is https://kailasa.org/KAILASACARE. So let's take a few seconds now to register ourselves at this link. And now let's take a look at Kailasa's education, philosophy, principles, system. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, has said very powerfully, very concisely, the whole Gurukul, real Hindu Gurukul, Hindu university atmosphere I had in Tiruvannamalai in 1970s is what I'm trying to reproduce all over the world through Nithyananda Gurukul and online e-Gurukul. Bhagavan revealed about the Nithyananda Rajavidya Gurukul as Gurukul is a place where celebration begins with right words in the blossoming minds, creating a gateway of possibilities, creating an enlightened civilization with yogic body and Vedic mind. The Nithyananda Gurukul is a mystical Vedic school established by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Here, students live their highest potential and manifest various spiritual powers. The Gurukul functions according to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's vision that education is for life, but life itself is not for education. The Gurukul brings to the world the right kind of education that empowers you. Let's take a look at contemporary education versus Gurukul education. The current system of education, established by Macaulay and Max Mueller in India, is the non-involving narrative style of teaching. The original Indian education system was not about continuously giving words, ideas, concepts, theories, or theologies. It was about awakening you to the right context, enlightenment. The Indian education system, the Gurukul, is more of a transmission of the knowledge rather than a mere transfer of the knowledge. Whether others educate you or you educate yourself, if it is based on the weakest link, it is called generalization, dilution due to generalization. Whether others educate you or you educate yourself, if you plan everything based on the best of you, it is called specialization. The Gurukul ambience is for specialization, not for generalization. It is for specialization. And that is why the Gurukul system is able to very naturally produce geniuses in their fields, geniuses on their own mark. Education means putting set of ideas into your head and forcing you to conform to it, pressurizing you to memorize it, forcibly making you vomit it. But in Gurukul, there is no education, there is only initiations. Initiation from the Guru, empowering you with powers and letting you play with them, letting you manifest, specialize, letting you manifest your specialization, letting you simply grow and glow. And how the Gurukul system endorses, encourages, enables the applied science of the supreme truth of Abhayam Sarva Bhutebhyo, meaning no being, nothing at all in this cosmos needs to be afraid of you. You give literally the boon of Abhaya or fearlessness to one and all. That is the level of ahimsa or non-violence taught, practiced and lived in the Gurukul. This is demonstrated very visibly, very tangibly by a unique experiment where the students of the Nithyananda Gurukul actually grew rose plants, spoke to them, related with them from the supreme principle, truth of Abhayam Sarva Bhutebhyo, and literally made them drop their thorns and grow without thorns. The rose plant, whose nature is fundamentally to have thorns so as to protect the rose flower, by its very nature is dropping its thorns because such is the power of the non-violence space that is created around it, where it does not feel the need anymore to have thorns to protect itself. The purpose of education is educating the child to be manifesting whatever he's capable of and being a very good, beautiful, and best contributing citizen of the planet Earth and for humanity. In the Vedic tradition, examinations are not done by question and answer method. That is a Macaulay system, the colonial system of education, which is only meant for making clerks, because that is what the colonial empire wanted. A huge battalion of clerks to do their clerical jobs for serving the British Empire. In Vedic tradition, all examinations are conducted by the thought current you carry. The person will be made to speak in the presence of the Pandits who have mastered that thought current. They will see whether he can spontaneously express that thought current. And if the student is able to spontaneously express that thought current in a cohesive manner, then they know he has mastered it. So what is real education? As the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, said, explained, if we are teaching the science of completion to our kids, we should be able to guarantee you can't get even one lie out of our Gurukul kids. That is what is education. Education is making you master a thought current, which becomes their lifestyle, which becomes the cognition style, which becomes their very being. For hours, you cannot speak a subject unless it has become your thought current, the way you cognize. Change of thought current, transformation of thought current is the success of education. Each Upanishad adds a thought current to you. Transformation of thought current is success. Our Gurukuls are not teacher-centric. Our Gurukuls are education-centric. Students can develop, invent something which his Guru does not even know. He has the freedom. So only the basic formulas are taught, the basic tools to awaken the knowledge is taught. Then the student is left free to explore, experiment on his own. Gurukuls are not with the set of rules or frame. They are only meant to support the students to explore the highest possible creativity. Gurukuls are not like dams for your inspiration and energy. It is an embankment. It is an embankment for the wild river. Embankment is different and a dam is different. With a dam, you're just dammed. If it's embankment, it is not dam. That is why many of the Advaita Gurus' disciples were Vishishta Advaitas or Advaitis, or many of the Vishishta Advaiti Gurus' disciples were actually Advaitis. How does that happen? Only the basic analysis scales were given to the students, but one was left free to analyze. You're not given, you are actually given a spoon, you're not spoon fed. So that is the principle of Gurukul system of education. The freedom itself shows. Otherwise, how is it possible that Ramanuja's guru was being such a great Advaiti, and Ramanuja was even able to think in the language of Vishishta Advaita? It actually shows a tremendous freedom available in the Gurukul. Same way, there are many Advaitis who studied at the feet of Dvaitis or Vishishta Advaitis. Sanatana Hindu Dharma only gives the tools to explore, but it is not putting any frames, any restrictions, any dams. If you read the Shanti mantra, the Sahana Vavatu, Sahano Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karvavahe, Tejasvina Vadhi Tamastu, one can see it is education-centric, not teacher-centric. Unfortunately, in the modern day, because teachers have not taken the responsibility to be education-centric, it has become more teacher-centric. This whole verse, the Shanti mantra, which actually tells, may we both, that is the teacher and the student, both be together, both be protected. So the teacher actually is not saying you is not on a higher pedestal than the student, so to say. The teacher is also praying along with the student. It is because we are education-centric, we were able to explore and reach the new heights of seeking. That is where even the Ishtadevata concept came from. The Guru encourages the disciple to travel, discover, reinvent, invent their own paths, their own methodologies. He continues to encourage the disciples to explore on their own. Just being available as a good support guide, not being heavy on them. The uniqueness of our Gurukuls are freedom to explore, create, the constructive freedom they enjoy. With the principles of completion, the four tattvas of integrity, authenticity, responsibility, and enriching, as well as the truths of ahimsa and abhayam sarva bhutebhyo, the balasons of the Nityananda Gurukul have played with these powerful cognitions and thought currents and have physically demonstrated the power of these truths by providing security to the rose plants in the garden of the Gurukul
theory can rule any human society which is imposed on that society more than 60 years. Now 60 years is over for the non-involvement narrative education system. I am telling you, future is Gurukul system. The future of education is where the teachers and students live together in one place. If needed, let the parents also stay there. But because basically kids do what you do, they won't do what you say. Understand? They do what you do. They won't do what you say. Whatever you do, simply they will do. They will never do what you say. Most of the time, they don't care for what you say. The future of the Indian education system, I can say, the future of any intelligent education system will be Gurukul system. I am not talking out of pride or arrogance. I am talking seeing the future. I am telling you, I will be leading this revival in the education system through our Gurukul system. Through our Gurukul system. It is going to be the Gurukuls. In Indian education system, complete involvement is required from the side of the teacher and the student. Student need to study the teacher. Teacher need to study the student. Understand? After thoroughly studying the student, teacher identifies the right subject in which the student will be successful. Few things are basic for everyone, like science of completion and enlightenment. Other than the science of enlightenment, all other things, master selects the subject in which the student will be successful. And then student is trained specifically in those fields with the knowledge of enlightenment, with the science of enlightenment, with the truth of enlightenment as the context. Even if you learn the archery, enlightenment is the context. If you study administration, enlightenment is the context. If you learn about business, enlightenment is the context. If you learn plumbing, building houses, sculpting, enlightenment is the context. Indian education system is more of a transmission of the knowledge, not transfer of knowledge. It is not just information based.
Damar. Today, the education is known to be the key factor to enable the upward socio-economic mobility and the strongest means of removing the poverty. The right education is crucial to the well-being, stability, and the growth of not only every child, but to whole of the humanity. The Gurukul system is known to be the knowledge transmission system of Hinduism, one of the pillars which kept Sanatana Hindu Dharma alive and standing as the world's most ancient living civilization. Through Kailasa's Department of Education, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Swamiji, the Gurukul system is being revived in its entirety. Gurukul is the living in Guru's home. The Gurukul system is rooted on the Guru Sishya Sampradaya, or the living lineage of Guru-disciple relationship. After decades of study on the physical, chemical, and biological uniqueness of meditative states and enlightened beings, it has been found that in a normal waking state alone, their brain waves show that they are in complete meditative state, despite being fully active and engaged. In the world of athletics, this state is known as being in the zone, a glimpse into the peak of focus, cognitive function, attention, and coordination, to name a few. Rather than a glimpse, enlightened beings casually walk, talk, and engage with life, settled in this peak. Recent studies have found that we imbibe the body language, behaviors, and patterns of those in our environment, not just on the behavioral level, but to the depths of the neurological layer. This is also known as mirror neuron effect. In this way, there is no better teacher than the enlightened Guru, who exists as a superconscious, biological, reproducible anomaly. However, through the centuries of Mughal invasions, colonialism, and continued persecution against Hinduism and Hindu tradition, the science of knowledge transmission has been diminishing at an unprecedented rate. After careful study in the colonialism era, it was found that the Gurukul system was standing as a backbone and stability of the Hindu civilization. The Macaulay education system was imposed on India after this revelation. Overall, 13,000 universities across Bharat and 200,000 Gurukuls were destroyed in Bengal and Bihar alone. With the systematic destruction of Hindu universities and Gurukuls, more than 80% of Hindu traditional indigenous knowledge is lost. Thomas Macaulay, who is the destroyer of the Hindu Gurukul education system, he said that our English schools are flourishing wonderfully. The effect of this education on Hindus is prodigious. No Hindu who have received an education, English education, ever continues to be sincerely attached to his religion. The Hindu religion is so extravagantly absurd that it is impossible to teach a boy astronomy, geography, natural history without completely destroying the hold which the religion has on its mind. It is my firm belief that if our plans of education are followed up, there will not be a single idolater among the respectable classes in Bengal for 30 years. And this will be effected without any efforts to proselytize, without the smallest interference with the religious liberty, merely by the natural operation of knowledge and reflection. I heartily rejoice in this prospect. So far, we have seen how the Hindu system of education was systematically destroyed by the British invaders, and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, since last 26 years, is involved in grand revival of Hindu education through multiple initiatives, including Gurukuls and universities. On 2nd of October 2006, official inauguration of the Nithyananda Gurukul in Adi Kailasa Vididi. You can see here the students of Nithyananda Gurukul practicing yoga and meditation under the sacred banyan tree. 50% of Gurukul Balasans study 1 to 3 years ahead of their age group, scoring top 10 to 20% of Mensa at age 14. The Gurukul Balasans learning standard academics along with the indigenous Hindu scriptures. Gurukul Bamba Yoga under the guidance of the trained Shivastamba Yoga Acharyas. Gurukul Balasans demonstrating the ability to perform the Kundalini Raju even through blindfold. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Swamiji personally teaching the once lost science of Dhanurvidya. 30% of Gurukul Balasans demonstrating the capacity to spontaneously play instruments without any formal training. Gurukul Balasans living the Agamic Shastra-based lifestyle. Balasans of Nithyananda Gurukul demonstrate the ability to read blindfolded. Gurukul Balasans participating in Vakyatasaras, which is similar to something called think tank of Hinduism. Gurukul Balasans addressing the Kailasian delegates in Tiruvannamalai in India. The Balasans of Nithyananda Rajvidya Gurukul, after successfully hosting the worldwide webinar on the highlights and science of the Nithyananda Gurukul, what is the impact of Gurukul? It helps in overall stress-free living, zero teen violence or aggression, whole brain learning, quantum memory activation, which is recalling verbatim after a single hearing, which is a power which is called Ekasantagrahi in the Vedic age. Kailasa's Nithyananda Hindu University, which is one of the world's largest Hindu university that's been established around the globe, with 450 plus campuses in 150 plus countries, available to public from 2003 onwards. It helps in reviving and presenting the world's most ancient lost knowledge in a user-friendly way, ancient truths taught in a way directly applicable for the modern man's personal, practical, and professional life. More than 20 million plus enrollments, 7,000 plus courses, delegates and teachers from 50 plus countries directly contributing to NHU. Let us now see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, who's explaining the value of Nithyananda Rajvidya Gurukul.
Long rituals are not useless or unnecessary as a modern brainwashed Hindu thinks. Long rituals are the most powerful method, science, kriya, to awaken all the life energies. See, totally we have 21 life energies. I will describe all the 21 like a fundamental principal forces of life, like gravity, how all these are fundamental forces, principal forces externally. Internally, there are 21 life energies. Ability to visualize, ability to make decision, All these 21 is given to you, but you use them accidentally. That is why your life is full of accidents. Your marriage is accident, wealth is accident, life is accident, money is accident. Very less is planned, much is accident. And I tell you, I have seen people become thieves by not knowing the power of their life energy. I tell you, thief is the cheapest way to exist. I tell you. Because you do not know you own trillions. That is why you steal millions. If you know you own trillions, why will you steal? Listen, asteya, non-stealing, comes to a person who mastered his life energy. Each of my Gurukul kid is $1 trillion economy. I tell you. Each of my Gurukul kid, the powers they can manifest. Understand, Gurukul is not a joke. It is a powerful science. Especially, see, normally, one child plus one child is a two child. But in the Gurukul ecosystem, one child plus one child is 11. 1, 1. Not 1 plus 1. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. If there are 3 child, it is not 1 plus 1 plus 1, 3. No. It is 1, 1, 1. 111. The energy multiplication. Because the ecosystem, understand, that is why Gurukul has to be with the ecosystem. I have always seen, whenever I download a power on one child, when the group sits, I can share that power on the whole group. Because when team of kids or balasans or sannyasis or brahmacharis, when they sit as one team, it is very easy for me to just like a lightning pour the energy on them. Understand? The Sankhya of life energy is different. The multi-dimensional logic of life energy is different. People cannot understand this Sankhya. The multiple life energies awakening them to its peak and manifesting them is all about life.
Then she's again asking me what should I do. I said you follow it. That's all.
So we are in the illusion that somehow cognizant. But it is good for you to wake up to the higher levels of consciousness.
You correct. Tell them. யாரும் நான் வர சொல்லு. Half an hour relax பண்ண சொல்லு. ஒன்றும் பண்ண முடியாது. சீக்கிரம் வர சொல்லு. நித்யானந்தம், நான் கிளாஸ்ல இருக்கேன், அனுப்பிச்சிட்டேன். ராபின் இன்னும் அனுப்பலையா? ஓ, ராபினும் அனுப்பிச்சிருக்கான். கரெக்ட். ஓகே, ராபின் அனுப்பிச்சு. ஓகே. ஐயோ, எனக்கு இப்ப கேட்காத, நான் கிளாஸ்ல இருக்கேன். அவன் வீடியோ நின்னு போச்சு, வச்சிரு.
Long rituals are not
Despite the relentless attacks against the life, character, and image of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, he goes on sincerely contributing everything he has for the world. From the field of nutrition to education, from protection of religious freedom to revival of indigenous traditions, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has sincerely contributed in every facet. This has not gone unnoticed by the world dignitaries, leaders, and multi-faith diaspora. Now let us say the revelations to the world by Devi Parashakti on 12th May 2021, where she says that I came as Nijavatara. I am blessing you, listen. People, listen. To do good to all of you, I have taken the form of Nithyananda and come down as Nijavatara. The people of India, listen, carefully listen. Time after time, Bharadam is a Jnana Bhumi where enlightened beings come. We cannot make the Jnana Bhumi as infertile. Enlightened beings have to come. They have to live, it has to flower. Few hypocrites, because they are stuck in delusion, we cannot sacrifice the world. Cosmos cannot be destroyed. The ship I did to save the cosmos from being destroyed is called Adi Kailasa. The ship I did to protect beings from Pralaya is Adi Kailasa. Because of the conspiracy of Drohis and enemies' rule, the captain had to leave the ship. Before 12 years, knowing the great deluge that is going to happen, all the Aushadas by this Guru Purnima, that Jnana Rasavadam, Navabhashana is going to flower. I love people to come and take a dip in Navabhashana's flower. People, whoever comes and dips in Vaidya Sarovar, they will not have the dip. They will not have corona. Crores and crores of people will come in line. Every day they will come and dip in Anandalingam. Listen well to my words. For India, I made the ship as protection. The Nithyananda Navapashana Lingam in Vaidya Sarovar. Go to Adi Kailasa. O Indians, listen. All those regretting losing the Nithyananda Nijavatara without confusion and without talking, just as the lip service, go to Adi Kailasa. Crores of people will come there looking for health, Navapashana, water feast, and medicine to get health and protection and enlightenment. To protect India from great destruction, I, Parashakti, made this huge ship. Even if the captain of the ship is not there, ship is there. When the first world countries closed their borders and schools during a massive global emergency, Kailasa has opened its doors to one and all without exception. The free COVID care protection centers that are open across India includes Adi Kailasa in Vidadi, Salem Adinam, Tiruvannamalai Adinam, Rajabalayam Adinam, Puduvai Adinam, Pattanam Adinam, Sirakapadi Adinam, Sripuram Adinam, Madurai Adinam, Avattipalayam Erode Adinam, Hosur Adinam, Baroda Adinam in Gujarat. These multiple free COVID care protection centers help in various social services, spiritual services, and more than everything else, the cosmic revelations by Devi Parashakti helps them to prepare themselves for this ongoing pandemic. A number of social services includes medical care, infrastructure to accommodate thousands of people, accommodation for multi-layered quarantine, emergency ambulances, personal protection, medical equipment, food security management through food banks, organic farming. So here you have this opportunity to join these COVID care protection centers. You can register yourself from the link below, kailasa.org/Kailasa Care. KAILASA.org/KAILASACARE. Let's take a few minutes to log into Kailasa.org/Kailasa Care.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the BHAVA Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
get you health. We get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life. We get you direct spiritual support, and we make sure you become wealthy. We won't stop giving you just good life. We will literally not stop till you live enlightened life. Manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. Whole world should become Kailasians. I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that. Kailasa is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously. Kailasa is enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. Proper customized spiritual service helping you to complete with your life negativity. Withdrawal from life, self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, so much of tiredness, laziness. We can support you aligning your diet, your attitude, your aptitude, your understanding about life. We can help you with everything. If you are interested in enlightenment, we will immediately bring this to you. If you are not interested, we will explain the whole science, inspire you and make you interested in enlightenment time. We need to cater this enlightenment science to the whole world wherever they are, because enlightenment is the birthright of all human beings. Kailasa is responsible to provide that to all human beings. Kailasa is the totality of the knowledge I received from my gurus and practice manifested in my life, perfected by teaching millions of people from all cultures, time zones, backgrounds, genders, nationality, race, from every creed. So this absolutely perfected knowledge available to you, served to you in your home without even you moving out of your couch, free of cost.
Sorry for the technical glitch. Joining with us in today's show is Robin Iyer from Delhi. So Nithyanandam Robin Iyer, we welcome you to the show. Sorry, Robin, you'll have to unmute yourself.
Yeah, Nithyanandam, am I audible now?
Yes. So can you be a little louder, please?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. So Nithyanandam Robin, we welcome you to the show today. And Robin is one of the Copycat Protection Center participant from Adi Kailasa. And he's going to share his experiences of being in Adi Kailasa and what are the spiritual breakthroughs that he's having, and under what circumstances did you come to Adinam, Robin?
Nithyanandam, everyone. First of all, see, it was like a very sudden event that happened. Just before I was, I set off for my for Adi Kailash actually from Delhi. I actually got a viral infection which I thought was COVID, but even the symptoms were pretty. I mean, I can say almost the same as identical to COVID, but I kind of had a very deep trust on Swamiji that nothing bad would happen at the same time. So, but on the other hand, the symptoms were pretty bad. But at the same time, there was a darshan, Kalbhairava darshan that happened. So in that we were supposed to, like for example, we were supposed to ask for a boon or a wish from Kalbhairava. So at that time, a part of me was pretty kind of scared. Okay, even if it is, it should not escalate and I should not really get the infection. So I actually asked Kalbhairava to heal me if it is the case. So what happened was, even right there at that time, I got some, I could say, churning or something. Some happens, physical changes happened at the same time. Even at the same time the darshan was happening. So, and something's happened after that. For the whole night it happened, and the next morning I was fine. Actually, there was no symptom, nothing actually happened. So after a couple of days also, the symptoms are starting to reappear, and I got pretty scared. But at the same time, I got the test done, and the test was negative. So the COVID symptoms were there. I was just skeptical that it will be normal flu. But what happened was, there was this one additional symptom which COVID has, that is the loss of taste. So that happened. So that kind of made me scared really. So I got the test done, but the test was still negative. And just after the test was done, Swamiji Satsang came that everyone just come to Adi Kailash. It's pretty serious, and even after this, I'm not really able to protect you, even if you're at your home. So it's best that you actually come down all the way to Adi Kailash for your protection. So then I just made the decision. I came here. One thing that was stopping me was my work from home. How would I will be able to do it? And the very next day, I just had this question, and the very next day, Swamiji answered it in the satsang itself, that you can do the work from home if you have to do it. That's not the issue. So I got my answer. All the doubts were cleared, and I came here. That's it. So after that, everything has been pretty awesome, to say the least. Every day, something better and better is happening. I'm getting more and more aligned with the not just the ambience, I would say the frequency, the Kailash frequency. I'm getting more and more aligned with it, being more and more part of all the events that are happening. Right now, the Guru Purnima Brahmotsavam has been happening for a few days now. So the event is happening, and it's going on every day. We are having some celebration, new Sampradaya we are celebrating, as you all know. So I'm participating in that as well. And everything is going just awesome.
Thanks, Robin. Also, would like to hear from you. What do you do whole day? What are your activities in Adi Kailasa that keeps you going? And what do you do whole day?
See, I'll tell you what, the routine is pretty packed, pretty hectic, I would say. Because as of now, I'm working. I have the office, my own job as well. From 10 to 7, I have to be available for that. But it's not like that's all I have to do. In the mornings, I'm in the temple. In the evenings, also, I'm in the temple. Or apart from the temple, some other work I have to do. But it's pretty active. Everything, something has to be done. Some work is there. and nobody is pushing you or pulling you, but it's just a part of the whole process, and it feels good that it's pretty active and energetic. Everyone feels energetic here. And if you ask me personally, I would say, like, it depends really. Sometimes the work is more physical. Sometimes I've done gardening as well. I've done DVDing. I've done I've done content work for the temple events. It's pretty, like, the entire spectrum is open to us. We also have this kirtan sessions. Sometimes we play musical instruments, we sing, we dance. We've done everything pretty. It's like just a few days have happened so far. It's not, but it feels like I've done so much, like different things already, and it's still happening right now. Also, I'm involved in many different activities. So it's fun, it's awesome, it's enlightening, it's empowering, it's everything. And I'm enjoying it. We're also manifesting powers side by side with Bala, since we were manifesting powers yesterday. And what else? Everything is awesome. It feels like home.
That's great to hear, Robin. And if you can also share with our viewers, in terms of what background you come from, from which part of India, and a little bit about family, and what made you follow Swamiji and all the way up to Adi Kailasa as a part of the COVID Care Protection Center. If you can share a little bit about that, I think it will give a lot of perspective to people in terms of what really Adi Kailasa is about, and what is the real attraction that seekers get attracted to.
I cannot really generalize and speak for everyone, but for myself, I can say that my life so far, it's been very much motivated by what really lies underneath whatever is happening in and around me. So you can call it truth seeking, or you can just call it a kind of a resolution of kind of trying to make sense of what is happening, not really settling down with the status quo, and a lot of questioning, a lot of churning, a lot of ups and downs, pretty extreme ups and downs in my life so far. I actually hail from Kashmir. I was born in Kashmir, Kashmiri Pandit family, but I never really lived there because just, I think, a year or two after I was born, my family had to migrate. Like the whole community had to migrate, as we all know, like the Hindu Holocaust, Kashmiri Pandits that they faced. So in 1990, actually 89-90 winters, my family, the entire community, we had to shift. So with that only, I also shifted with my family, with my parents. We settled in Jammu for a while, then spent my childhood in Ladakh, then again to Jammu, and then different parts of India. So yeah, just a normal routine, for example, education in Jammu and Delhi and this and that. But that is just the outer thing. Inner thing, I would say, from the inner perspective, it has been very unsettling. Maybe even from the background, you can say the exodus that the Kashmiri Pandits have faced, it has also created a kind of an identity crisis in the community, if I talk about the community. And for me personally, yes, that has been one aspect. And plus my own inner questions and trying to make sense of things, as I said, that have been kind of adding and add on to whatever the community has faced. So I would say the community aspect plus my own churning and all of that added up kind of created a kind of a gunpowder, and all it needed was a matchstick, and Swamiji was that matchstick, the fire. So I'll just put it very briefly. If anyone gets it, it gets it. So just the final matchstick, it had to be put. Swamiji just put it on fire. So that happened in 2018. So I've been actually 2017 itself, I started getting connected. In 2018, I came to Adi Kailash for the first time, took the initiation, Shiva Diksha. And since then I've been connected and I've been doing my own stuff since then. But this recently, since this Corona pandemic and everything, the things have really started getting pretty serious and chaotic, and suddenly Swamiji has called everyone to just be here. So I mean, I don't really have to even think about it. Swamiji has called everyone, so I have to be here. That's it. And it's good for everyone. Everyone is protected, safe. You don't have to worry about the outside world, what is happening, what is spreading, what is not spreading, and it's good. It's actually good. I mean, it's good for people to be here, to take it seriously, and not just hear it with one ear and take it out from the other. Actually come here and do what he's saying. It's not just hearing what he's saying, do it, follow it. That's it.
Fantastic, Robin. I think speaks volumes about you've learned it with your experience. It shows when we say that we have to live Swamiji's teachings and not just talk about it or hear it, because only when we live, we actually see the magic that it does to all of us. So with that, in the interest of time, we will have to switch to the temple live stream of the Guru Purnima Brahmotsavam, and all of our viewers and the whole world waiting to watch the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, all of us eagerly waiting for his divine presence to grace this grand homa, the grand puja, and following the satsang, after that blessed, rarest of the rare satsangs that we all experienced, the Nirvana Diksha that we experienced yesterday. So with no further ado, we'll switch right into the live streaming of the Guru Purnima Brahmotsavam. Thank you so much, Robin, for joining us, and see you at the Brahmotsavam.
Thank you. Nithyanandam.
Nithyanandam.